and somebody who's on the Sway in the Morning cabinet. She's not just a guest. She actually writes the bylaws on this show, ladies and gentlemen. And every time we have her up, especially when she come up with Tisha, man, we have such a blast. It's not even work. This is our sister, one of the most talented people in the business. She got a list of things she's done. I can't even name them all, from Little Shop of Horrors to how I got it. I'm just going way back. But when she did Martin and other projects like that, Everybody Hates Chris.
Mm-hmm.
She just became a household name and has been for decades. And I would love to live in her house. The one and only Tichina Arnold is on.
What's up? Hello, Tracy Sway. What's up? So good. Your voices.
Oh man, right now.
If anybody coughs, don't let me get thrown off. If anybody coughs, I'm a little thrown off. So.
Heather was coughing earlier, Tichina, and then
why you keep saying that way? You better stop telling people that lie. I ain't gonna say nothing about you.
I'm just saying, Tichina.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, this past Christmas holiday, I mean, I had the worst flu ever. I don't know if I even had that thing. I might have had it. Literally, I was the sickest I've ever been. And I kept telling all my friends, I said, something's not right. So I automatically, because I'm a germaphobe, I automatically quarantined myself. I just stayed in my hotel room. I was traveling at the time. I was like, something's not right. But yeah, we just all got to be very careful. I noticed that I give hugs now instead of signing autographs and taking a lot of pictures. People want hugs. So we just got to be careful. You want to show love, you want to give love, but that's got to stop until we find out, we get a hold of this COVID-19 and, get it under some type of subjection, because this is crazy.
Heather been saying that for a while now. Like, we must have all probably either been exposed to it or have been carrying something for a couple of months for it to just kind of explode all of a sudden, and we're just starting to see it. It feels like people, and then you start questioning, like a lot of other folks we know that had gotten sick, maybe this was a part of it in recent times. But one of the things it's done, Tichina, when I said I would love to go to your house, is, I've been going through cabin fever, so I'm just, anytime, if I can't get out, if I can't get out physically, I get out virtually. So let me ask you, man, everybody went shopping and everybody's preparing for, this duration of this quarantine. If I was to open your refrigerator, are you at your house right now?
I'm at my house right now, and I can tell you any and everything you want to know, because I am a Cancer, true Cancer. I've been prepared for this for at least 10 years. I kid you not. And you know what? I was feeling kind of bad about it. I swear to goodness. I was like, should I feel bad about feeling so happy about being home? I love being home, y'all. I love it. As sociable as I am, I'm that much of a crab and a hermit. I can be in my house for days and not see or talk to anybody.
Well, see, I'm a crab too, and so every now and then you got to stick your head out the shell.
That's right.
You didn't know that?
I guess I forgot it's the menopause. Remember, I'm still going through menopause. Still going through menopause.
Yo, what's that like? I can't. What is menopause
like?
Remember,
Tichina came up with the little portable fan, Sway.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, my God. I still have my hot sweat. So now I sit in front of my computer. I do my virtual interviews, and I have my fan. But literally, it's, I guess you got to ask everybody else in the household that I live with, because, they'll tell you a different story. But I have mood swings sometimes, but they're not too bad. But I sweat. It's just crazy. I'm just waiting to get through it. It's been going on for years. It's the worst. Menopause is the worst. But I told him I'm not going through it by myself. I'm sharing it with everybody. If I gotta suffer, everybody around me is gonna suffer with me. We're all in this together.
It's worse than PMS, Tichina?
Oh, it's like the opposite of PMS. Like you do, and I notice I don't like working out anymore. So it takes your energy. It's horrible. It's absolutely awful, but I'm fighting through it, y'all. Fighting through it.
Come on, soldier.
Come on, you got it. Hey, what's in your refrigerator?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what's in my refrigerator right now. I love sauces. I love anything with sauce. So last night I made some dinner, and hold on, I'm walking to my fridge right now.
Okay, I love it.
I love coffee in the morning, so I have cream. I have Trader Joe's limeade. I've got a bottle of Kettle One.
Oh.
I take lemons. Oh yeah, I got Beyond Burger meat. I have my favorite. I don't like eating bread, but I have this stuff called it's an almond flour. It's called by a company called Seti. Seti. I got some more limeade. I love limeade. Okay. I have this fresh raw omega-3 dairy and gluten-free non-GMO garlic sauce. It's so good.
She got bomb ingredients.
Yo, I was like, what the hell? Super Chef.
I got everything. I got jalapeno sauce. I got Thai almond sauce. I got vegan creamy garlic sauce. I love garlic. I love cream cheese. I got sour cream. I've got Chobani, Greek yogurt. I got everything in here. I have actually some cherries that are soaked in some kind of alcoholic beverage that was sent from New Orleans. Oh yeah, I'm over here doing it.
Yo, Heather, that's the fridge. That's why I said I would love to be at Tichina Arnold's house.
I know. I have a question too. Now that she said about the alcohol, I just woke up. Tichina, so you don't keep your vodka in the freezer?
I do. I have a bottle in the freezer as well. You asked me what's in the refrigerator.
Stay ready.
Yes, I love it.
Stay ready. I also have ACF, this thing called buried treasure, because my daughter has eczema. So in the wintertime, it gets really, really bad. Her skin gets really bad. So I have this stuff called ACF, and it's really good. Y'all should take it. Take a spoonful every day, and it really helps your it's an immune support. And
what
it's
is it called?
For extreme ACF. It's made by Buried Treasure, and it's liquid nutrients. And literally, it comes in different. They have a child strength, a grown-up strength. They have a rapid immune recovery. Look it up. It's ACF, and it's the best thing. Whenever the winter comes or the fall comes, I make my daughter and we take it just to help our immune system. And I take black seed oil every day. I take a spoonful of that. Yeah. I take cod liver oil, oregano oil. Honestly, that's what got me through that when I got the flu. Like we gotta tighten it up, you guys, because we're fighting germs that we don't even know. This is crazy. But no time for fear. We just got to be proactive.
That's
be
right.
very proactive.
All those ingredients, Heather, she's naming, Tichina, are like, these were common practices and traditions in my family. A lot of black folks were already doing those sort of things, especially if you came from the South or if you came from the West. Tracy, you from the West Indies, too. A lot of folks from the West Indies are using those natural, organic ways of healing because folks couldn't afford those synthetic, westernized medicines, and they didn't seem to help or cure anything. They just kind of pacified the illness, but it never really fully flushed it out your system.
Sway, I have a quick question.
These are things giving your body a chance to heal itself. The body is an amazing instrument. Like it can heal itself. The body can take care of itself, but you got to take care of the body. My cod liver oil is from 7 Seas. Like I only get to do certain brands that I know have been used in the past that will help. Go ahead, Heather. I'm sorry. You trying to say something.
No. It's on the same thing Sway was talking about the things that our elders use, and you mentioned this ACF, and I just looked it up really quickly. But you mentioned a particular brand called Berry Treasure, but they have two different kinds. There's a kind with elderberry, and I keep hearing Sway talk about this elderberry. It's a blue label. Then there's a red label with echinacea. Which one are you using?
They'll use Berry Treasure. That's the brand.
That's the brand, but they have two different.
Treasure.
Yeah, they just have two different ones.
Buy them all. Get them all. I got. No, I'm serious, because you find out what works best for you. There's a children's version, and actually the one that's like the yellow version, that's the one for the children. I use that as well because it has different ingredients. I guess it's a different kind of mixture, but I use them all. Take them all. Take one day so your body doesn't get used to it. Take another one. And elderberry is great.
So elderberry is really good. Elderberry.
What I do is if you get sick and you feel it kind of weird in the morning, Starbucks, I don't really care for Starbucks coffee, but they have something called the medicine ball that my sister turned me on to that she gives to her son, my nephew. And it's a medicine ball. It's tea. They put lemonade in it and something else. So what I do is I take that and upgrade it. So I take fresh lemons, add more lemon to it. I put a little bit of the elderberry in it. Put cayenne pepper in it, and literally it opens me up. It wakes me up, and it's good for the system. It's good for my digestive system as well. We just got to do whatever we can to take care of our bodies, and of course, water. Drink lots of water.
Tichina Arnold is on the line with us. We're going to talk about the main event, which is it's based. The premise is around wrestling. And around a little 11-year-old boy, and you play his grandmother, and I was thinking, Tichina playing his
Here we go, right? Here we go, Sway.
They got Tichina playing a grandmother, but he's 11, so
it's the new age.
It's the new age, yeah.
11. And back in the day, remember back in the day, like when I was in New York, living in New York, literally, my friends at some point, some of my friends, they were having kids at 17, 18.
That's a fact.
So you have you got a lot of great grandmothers that are my age. I'm 50. And I know some people that are great grandmothers because their children have had children. The lifespan, we're a lot younger. So I get it. So when I found out that the boy was his name is Seth Carr. He's a sweetheart. And he plays Leo Thompson. I play his grandmother. And I just loved the fusion between the WWE along with Netflix getting together and making such a great movie. And especially now that the whole family can watch. It's dope. And that's why I took the role. That's definitely why. Because the grandma part, I was like, oh, hell no. I ain't playing another grandma. Because, once you start playing grandmas, I'm going to be everybody's grandma. And it's the same thing like I did on Everybody Hates Chris. It's like I knew once I played a mother on Everybody Hates Chris, here we go. So I've been a mother ever since. So now I'm a grandma. But it's okay because I'm a young grandma, and I love the premise. It's a heartwarming story. It's goofy. It's a lot of physical comedy. It has wonderful, sweet, teachable moments. It's just a really good film, and I'm really I like the way what Jay Karras did with it in terms of directing it.
And it's out Friday, April 10th. And it looks like an awesome film. I want to open up the phone lines to talk. A lot of people want to talk with you, Tichina. Yes. Tichina Arnold is here. We're gonna
no problem.
We're gonna go into a song, but when we come back, we're gonna tell you what Martin Lawrence had to say about Tisha Campbell and your idea about doing a Martin remake. When we had Will and Martin here, we asked them about it. That's up next.
Word?
Okay.
Wait, 88. Everybody.
Come on,
Wait, everybody business.
Come on, we family. 888-742-3345. Sway the morning. Shade 45. We're back live. We're back live with Tichina Arnold.
Sorry, Sway.
You know what I mean?
We just chatting.
We just chatting around. No, I just didn't want Heather. We might say something on there that wasn't meant to be said.
You know what? You're right. Okay. Thank you for the warning, Sway.
Yeah, I'm just looking out for family. That's all.
Like another thing.
That was the.
I'm always running. I'm out.
But that's what we love about you.
I'm doing a live interview for like a live press conference for the main event on April 10th, I believe, at 7:30 Central. Yeah, so it's gonna be. Everything is virtual. But go ahead, tell me your business. Go ahead, tell me what happened.
So all right. Well, first we got a call on the line. Hakeem from Baltimore is on the line. Hakeem, good morning. How you doing?
What up,
Hakeem? What up?
What's going on? Yeah, long time listener, first time caller. Shout out to Trey in the Morning, Heather B, Tracy G.
Trey in the Morning, long time listener. Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, how did y'all hold in the laughs on Martin? Like, for example, when the women's club from like the Detroit Women's Club y'all did that episode. How do y'all holding the laughter for being serious on the show? Like, did it take any training? Y'all had to do too many takes? Like, what got y'all through those?
Oh no. Episodes? Yeah, we don't hold it in. Like we used to have a competition on Martin, like amongst us as a cast. And the first person to laugh is out, basically. So it would always be Tommy. Tommy he would never make it. Once Martin did something funny, because see, what Martin would do, he would do stuff that's not in the script. So that's why I always thank him for making me better when it comes to comedy and keeping me on my toes, because, you know, he can look at that script, he's not going to say not one damn word in that script. He makes it completely just go off. And you gotta be ready for it. So Tommy would always lose first. Then Carl, if you notice and you watch the show, Carl would whisper stuff in my ears like, yeah, and he would try to make me laugh. So he would end up walking away. Carl would always hide his face in the camera so we wouldn't catch him laughing. And then I would be the next to go. And then Tisha would hardly ever break. She's really good. She would hardly ever break. Me, I just lose it. I try to not lose it, but Martin he was so funny, and the stuff that he did that never made it to the actual cut. Oh man, I mean the camera crew. I mean, we would be on the floor in hysterical laughter at the stuff that he's done. So yeah, you try to hold it in, you try to stay professional, but yeah. Sometimes that doesn't work. So a lot of stuff is taken out in editing. A lot of that stuff is taken out in editing.
You know what's interesting? And Heather and I spent time on the phone one night just talking about how dope Martin is and all the things from Do the Right Thing, from the early days of the 80s, from Do the Right Thing, the House Party, the Boomerang, to You're So Crazy, the Bad Boys, and Thin Line, Nothing to Lose, all these different projects he did. Martin, the Def Comedy Jam, the tour.
Martin was on What's Happening Now.
Like, come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Life.
I remember that.
Live. Yeah, he was on What's Happening. Live. And even with Bad Boys, people thought that was a Will Smith franchise, and Will brought Martin on, and it was a Martin thing, and Martin brought Will on. And it just it goes to talk about his legacy and the impact that he's had on Hollywood, black entertainment in general, and continues to do so. So, man, it was an absolute honor to have him and Will Smith on the show. And our stop was the first U.S. stop that they did to promote the Bad Boys movie, the last installment. And man, Tichina,
cool.
you know, we had to ask him. We said, hey man, Tichina and Tisha was up here, man. I swear they said they got a brilliant idea of how to do the Martin remake, and this is what happened. Tisha has a crazy idea that she wants to pitch to you, that she feels that it can work. If that idea is to your liking, it's the proper fit, would you be willing to go forward?
I'm open to anything. Yeah. I'm open to it, if it's right, But Tichina said Tommy's not here, and he was a major part of the show, and a major part of the heart of the show. And so having him not there, I don't know that I would want to go back down that road again, even if we came up with something. But I would love to work with them again.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good, right?
Okay, well, he ended on... It's promising, but it's like I said, it's like we can't, reboot anything. Tommy's no longer with us. Martin will never be the same as it was before. It just, even if Tommy were here, there's a chance that it would never be the same. It's almost like Martin was birthed during a time that new black excellence was happening. It was like it's kind of like what's about to happen that I feel next year. By the time 2020 has, worn everybody out and the dust settles from 2020, and you're going to have so many rebirths and so many new births of creativity from us all being in our homes and quarantined and us having to deal, with other situations, we're tapping into new creativity. So we're going to have a new dispensation, a new era of new beginnings. And I think that's really important. As much as Martin was a pivotal point at a moment in time, it was that moment in time. Mm-hmm. I think I'm grateful that people could still watch it and laugh at it, because I don't see how y'all not tired of it, because I hate watching reruns. I can't stand watching reruns. But literally, people still enjoy watching it. So, how do you repackage that? Very hard to do. It's not. It's hard filling your own shoes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the silver lining is, I would love to work with them again. Did you hear that part?
Yeah. So
okay.
I heard that part. So now we got to create. We got to create something that would be palatable. Something, because you got to remember, this is what we're up against. People will want to see the old Martin, and we can't give them that. So what do we give them? It's not. You think it's something that this is a no-brainer. Put them three together, and it doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that simply. And I wish it were. But if, like any great actor, any great comedian, we love good material. Get some good material, get a good premise, whatever the premise is, then you work from there. But it's just getting the good material.
Tichina Arnold.
Tichina, I think with the part that you weren't able to hear, and because it's so funny, we talked to Regina Hall, and shout out to her. We talked to her last week, and she said
love
she
Regina. She's a sweetheart. I love her.
She really is, and she was saying she don't really like to watch reruns either. But I think what you weren't able to hear in the conversation that we had with Will and Martin is that what you guys did for us, just as fans and as your peers, watching Martin, it taught us so much about relationships, the living situation, because we were all kind of doing that thing or coming up in that age where that's what was happening. It taught us about friendships. It taught us about working in the corporate world. Like I think that's the reason why it's so easy to watch it all over again, because it reminds us of that time in our lives. It's probably kind of hard for you because you're actually seeing yourself, but the underlying message in Martin was just so dope. Is that one friend, everybody goes to their place, the back and forth, trying to make your relationships work, trying to come up in corporate America. It was such great message in Martin. It was dope, Tichina. It was just dope.
It's since memory. And and Heather, I want to tell you that we as actors, we as the cast members, feel the same way, but on the other end of the spectrum. I know that I will never have another job like I did on Martin. I will never have like that same feeling of literally coming to work to literally laugh. I will never ever work with anybody like Martin again. I will never ever work with anybody like Tommy again. It's something that it's bittersweet. It's like you want to recreate it, you want to be, but unfortunately you can't retrace history and make it happen again. It's what it is. And I love that Martin can be a wonderful memory and and not only for one generation. I'm talking about 4 generations of people. I have a great grandmother that watches Martin. And people let their kids watch it. So for us, I think it's I love that we've created a nice black encyclopedia of content for people to watch and tap into. Because a lot of people, I had a lot of white people come to me and say, hey, I learned a lot of stuff about black people on Martin. I watched Martin. That's how I learned about,
That's real.
No,
That's
serious.
real.
Like, it's the craziest thing. So it's there. Martin has been a wonderful thing for us as creatives, for us as a culture. And it was, and I'm hoping that we can have something like Martin again, even if it's not us. There are new Martins being created. There are new Martin shows. There are new Everybody Hates Chris shows being created. Like even with me being on The Neighborhood, working with Cedric the Entertainer, it's not like working with Martin. It's like working with Cedric. Cedric is just an amazing guy to work with. I'd always wanted to work with him. It's like, wow, here I am. So everything is. I wish we could recreate it, but we cannot bring Martin back the way it should be brought back or could be brought back. But it's not. You just. I wish. Okay. And I'm really appreciative that people are still enjoying it. It's just crazy. I'm like, y'all not sick of it yet? This is insane.
Hey,
crazy.
Hey, do you still get residuals every time these reruns air?
Yeah, don't be counting my money, yo. Why you counting my money?
No, I'm just curious because the
business. Yeah, let me tell you something about residuals. Residuals start high and then they go lower, lower. Every time it's played, it's like depreciation, like driving a new car. Once you put that car on the road and you drive that car, the more miles that car gets on it, the less it's worth. That's how it is with residuals. That's the best way I could put it.
Hey, I appreciate that much. I wasn't.
Yes. Actors love new work. We always love the new work as well. So
okay. I'll take my hands out your pockets. Tichina Arnold, The Neighborhood is Mondays. Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to tell y'all to join me for my live virtual premiere, y'all, because I'm getting used to all this virtual stuff. So the main event, I'm doing a live virtual premiere for the main event on Netflix and on Twitter. And that'll be April. Oh, good Lord. Is it April 10th? Lord, what's the date? See, there I go. It's the menopause, y'all. It's the menopause. I'm not good with promoting myself. Thank you. April 10th at 4:30. Go ahead, Janae. Tell them where it is. Go ahead.
Sister, come on, talk.
Where Jay at?
Oh, yes. Join Tichina next Friday, April 10th, 4:30 PST time, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, on Twitter, live to watch the main event on Netflix. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not good with promoting myself. But Sway, I want to tell you, Heather and Tracy, thank you. Thank you for what y'all are doing. Thank you for even making the effort to make sure that we still hear your voice, because your voice is very important to us. So all of your voices are important to us. So keep going. And, if you need me, holler at me, dog. I got
Absolute. Thank you. I need that black seed oil. Tichina Arnold.
I'll send you some.
Okay,
Give me
don't play.
I'll send you some black seed oil. It's nasty, but you'll get used to it. It's good for you.
I'm going to shoot you a text, okay? Tichina, tell Jay I said love her too, and hug your family. Best wishes. We love having you on. You make our day. Tichina Arnold, the main event. Don't forget, Friday, April 10th. Make sure you see the live. She's going to be live at 7:30 Eastern, right?
Yes, 4:30, 7:30. So 4:30 Eastern, 7:30. 4:30.
Pacific.
What the hell is it?
It's 7:30
Pacific. Yeah, 7:30 Eastern time. 4:30 Pacific time.
In the Neighborhood is Mondays, 8 p.m. on CBS.
And I did a movie called Clover. Too, that's coming out. See, it's just God blessed me to do 2 movies, and now I got to be home promoting these damn things. So
that's good. That's good. And when
I got a movie that I think y'all would like Clover as well. Clover's more of an adult film, but the main event and Clover are my 2 films that are coming out, and I would love people to check it out while they're locked in, trapped in their homes with their damn kids.
They will, Tichina. Trust me. They will. Thank you, sister. We love you. Tichina Arnold, give her a big round of applause.
I love you right back.
Okay.
I love y'all back. God bless y'all. Y'all hang in there.
We got it.